Hi, welcome to the 1 Liter Podcast. You will watch us drinking 1 liters of beer whilst talking about shies. Please like and subscribe. Welcome to the 1 Liter.
Welcome back. We are literally still in the exact same session. So we have polished off our 1 liter
They're
already.
gone.
And we're on the top-ups.
The odds are top ups.
We're on the top-ups of... I'm on the Manly Straight whiskey, and we do have some healthy seltzers on the go, passing around.
German beer depleted.
German beer has been... Oh, yeah. What did you think of that German beer? That was a new one.
Dude, that was beautiful.
New German beer we just tried.
I thought it was tastier than the Hofler, even though the Hofler was bon, as the French say.
Yeah, and look, the Hofler is a great option for like Dan Murphy's German beer that is really inexpensive. This one here I had to order online. It's the Weihenstephan, which is the Helles, which means like a standard, like what we would call like a standard lager. It's not a Weiss beer. It's not a wheat beer. So I specifically got that, but that was really tasty. It's the longest continuously standing brewery in the world since 1040. Boom.
What a legacy.
Is that AM or PM?
10:40 p.m.
Which
By
way
the way,
does the
I'm
toilet
here
flush?
as well. Welcome to my podcast.
We're also joined again by our guest host, Jeffrey Killenstein.
Guest host.
Or as the ladies like to call him, tall, dark, and handsome. Click, click.
6'2", kind of funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny? Philip Geet has a poster of Arnold Schwarzenegger with the title Conquer across it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Jeffrey Killenstein had the same one in your place.
I
didn't
did. It did in my home gym, right next to my Jeff's 24-hour fitness poster, which was
home gym.
definitely stolen from the Jets logo.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
What,
of
like
course.
the New York Jets or?
No,
the
Jets
Jets.
Yeah,
Fitness,
Jets,
right? The
Jets,
red,
the
red
gym
banner
franchise.
says Jets on it. Photoshopped it to Jeff's 24-hour fitness.
24-hour fitness.
Hung
right.
it up in my home gym.
I love
Love that.
I remember Etsy, because you can create your own products on Etsy and sell it on there. Jeff, didn't you have a shirt saying Jesus lifts?
That was actually through Zazzle, a
Zazzle.
company called Zazzle, where you put up your shirt designs, and then if people like it, they can buy it. You get a cut of the profit and whatever.
Are you still going with that or?
I can't lie. I actually went. I was like, out of curiosity, I was like, oh, I forgot about that. And then I went to log into it. Can't access my account. So
No.
I need to chase that up because
It's like
things
a
have
mill in the
changed
bank.
or whatever. But like, it's still there. It's still up there.
So is that sort of like...
I want my $50, Zazzle. What's going on?
Give it.
So is that kind of like Red Balloon? Have you heard of Red Balloon?
Yeah, well,
Where
you
do your artwork.
put up your design and whatever, and then people can like buy it printed on a shirt or whatever,
Or a cup or a
Yeah,
mug. Yeah,
that's
yeah. My
right.
brother
and then
does that,
You
'cause-
get royalties from it. So
What kind of designs do your brother make?
So my brother does he does do sketching and stuff, but he does like digital art designs, like abstract stuff. And then
Is he employed? Does he do like digital art? Like, is that his employment?
No, not at all. Not at all.
But he
works-
makes a good side hustle from it?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if he has made much money off it. It was just a fun thing, like sort of like starting a podcast or something.
Yeah. It starts out fun,
everyone like the evolution of man is like graduate high school, design T-shirts, and then like make a podcast.
Yeah. And then we're chilling with fucking Jeff Bezos on a yacht somewhere,
Yeah.
Yeah, I made shirts. Yeah. What do you do? Amazon? What's that?
Everyone goes through a T-shirt design phase.
Especially
Yeah.
in bands, dude. Like totally. When you're in a hardcore or metal band, and you're like, I don't need this band anymore. I'm gonna make merch. And you have like 20 people you sell shirts to, and then after that, it's just like,
like,
well, back to Target. I'm gonna go work at fucking Target. Or
I'm rich.
yeah, exactly.
Can I didn't do. I was in a punk band though, but I didn't do shirts. I think it fizzled before we got to the shirt stage.
Yeah.
But I want to mention Amazon. You know the Amazon app. I've had it for ages, and I've always been like, Amazon. Psh. It's so. I hated ordering off it because it was really weird. They've really stepped up their game. Like
what
my
way?
last 5 online purchases, I'm pretty sure, were all from Amazon because it's all like, over $49. Amazon will give you free shipping. It'll arrive on this and this day, which was always within a working week.
Yeah, like you order it and it's like dispatch the next day. you sometimes get it that day, if not the next one.
Wow.
Amazon's insane. Kind of cute that you don't pay for Prime, but whatever. Like,
I can expect that in America. Like, I know the UPS.
No,
and
we're
Amazon,
there.
It's just like,
We're
boom,
there.
We're there.
We're
I need
there.
to start shopping on Amazon now.
Absolutely, get the app. Get
Dude.
the app. It's stepped up its game. We're gonna feed Bezos,
I
Daddy
want
Bezos.
to get books. Like, there's a lot of books that I want, like, right now. So Amazon's a place to be.
You do physical books, right? I did want to touch on this. 'cause
I can't
you
do digital,
Audible.
bro. It's bad for the eyes. My eyes are already going to
But
shit.
you don't do Audible. You actually sit down and read.
Some of the sci-fi novels that I like reading, I do Audible.
Yeah.
But most of the time, like the philosophy and the other like book literature, I like physical copies. Yeah.
What sort of books do you listen to?
ooh,
Fiction or
it's
non-fiction?
it's all like self-help stuff, right?
Yes.
Like, everything on my Audible account is like to do with like
all, like-
insecurity, anxiety, or depression, or like cognitive behavioral therapy, attachment issues.
Oh, so like
things-
serious stuff.
Serious stuff, like stuff like I didn't even have. Like there'll be like ADHD stuff. There'll be like lots of abandoned stuff, which does relate to me. But like there'll be borderline personality stuff that
Yeah.
like that's not an issue that affects me. But I'm just curious about like how
It's
it affects
so
other people.
interesting.
I just like to know. So then like I meet someone and they behave a certain way. I don't write them off because I can understand why they're behaving that way.
You want to understand
I just
depth.
I
why.
like it.
That's
It's
cool.
so
dude.
cool, dude.
Dude, that's so badass. I mean, you're trying to better yourself and you're trying to understand. That's empathy in a nutshell, right?
Because
Yeah.
I was gonna say all of my Audible. I don't think I've had one fiction book on my Audible. So you're like complete opposite. Whereas I'm all like self-improvement stuff as well, or interesting stuff. So what's your current? Have you got a current?
What I'm kind of working through is Oprah's got this book called What Happened to You. And that's kind of about changing the mindset of like, what's wrong with this person, right? Like, because we meet someone, they're batshit fucking crazy, right? And we're like, man, what's wrong with this person? Changes the mindset to like, what happened to this person? Understanding sort of like the way they're behaving is more related to something that's happened in their past. Trauma that they've experienced.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's changing our mindset of how we perceive other people to what happened. Let's understand what happened to this person, so then we can understand how to connect better with this person, love this person better.
I love it.
And
'Cause, I mean,
yeah, it's good.
I saw this thing on social media. It was like there was this tribe somewhere in Africa, I think, and it's like when someone does something weird, like steps out of the boundaries, they don't like marginalize that person and like demonize them. What they do is the whole village circles them and just pours that person with adoration. They tell them what they love about that person. That person just breaks down and cries. Isn't it a wonderful
good.
way to heal someone, like with love instead of resentment, right?
So good.
It's brilliant.
It's the absolute opposite of what we've built our Western society on, really. It's
Totally.
Like,
Dude.
it's like, you do something wrong, cancelled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
punished.
Absolute cancel
yeah.
culture.
Yeah. I'm reading, dude. For me personally, I don't know if this is like hubris or like my ego talking, but I know everything that's wrong with me. I'm super hyper perceptive of like the kind of things. If I meet someone, I don't know what they've been through, but I can kind of see patterns. I compare it to myself. I should definitely be reading these kind of books that you're talking about.
100%. Especially like as a single man, right? Like you need to become emotionally intelligent.
Absolutely.
And it's 2022. Become emotionally intelligent, and then you understand women better. They feel seen. They feel heard.
Not just for women as
You
well.
win.
Not
Easy.
just
Anyone.
women as well, but like we're reaching the age where we want children eventually. You want to be the best parent
Yeah.
for your child. Me personally, obviously, like I explained in the last podcast, didn't have the best parents. I want to be an exemplar where they didn't lift. I want to lift. You want to be there for your children. It's the same thing, you know.
You want to stop. What is it? What's that meme? Stop the pattern of abuse.
Totally.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
passed down. So
Yeah.
my like because I just want to touch on like interesting shit. So you said you've done heaps of Audible. Do you do the monthly subscription and just use those
do.
credits, or have you paid for extra?
I've
credits?
also paid for extra credits. Because like
I need to.
because if I'm gonna buy one thing, I'll buy the 3 credit pack.
Yeah.
Because it works out better.
Yeah.
Like, so I do have the subscription, pay every month, and then get, one audio book a month. But Naughty, I do share my account with like literally like everyone. So I'm
Cool,
like,
so it's
yeah,
like-
everyone. Like,
So you just add credits on it, so everyone
yeah,
can
and then
buy it.
everyone can kind of like just listen to what's on there. If they want to like add their card and buy stuff. It's kind of now a public library.
Yeah.
Nice.
For a very select few people. So if like someone
But-
like decides to then just buy shit off my card, then I'll
But
be
I don't
very
think-
upset.
I don't think Amazon would even care because you're still having to buy extra credits to buy
making
the
their
books
money.
for
Their
them.
right?
influence
They're
is
making
still
them
So
present.
they don't
Yeah.
even care. So
Yeah.
so that's really cool because I've never bought extra credits, but I need to because I drive a lot now for my current job.
Right, yes.
So I'm churning through books in like a week or two, and then I'm
Yeah.
like 2 weeks of no new book. I'm like,
Here's an interesting question I have for you. This is the thing with me. Man, and we discussed last podcast, like, I just have to talk in detail. I can't just talk quick facts. I need to be in detail. I don't know
Storytelling.
why.
Yeah.
Exactly. When I'm reading a novel that I'm heavily invested in, there's been times I could spend up to 10 minutes plus on one page. I'll read it, and then I'll read it again because I want to paint that image in my head, especially non-fiction novels. And then I'll move on. If it's fact, like any kind of fact, history or philosophy, I'll breeze through it, no dramas. But if I'm reading a novel about characters in particular, I will literally spend ages on one page just to immerse myself in the scene, see it in my head, understand it. Oh, they said like, oh, they're feeling this. Okay, move on to the next page. So I'll probably read one chapter in about 30 minutes plus. That may be 6 or 7 or 8 pages because I really immerse myself in it. So when people say, oh, I read through this book in 2 days. I
Yeah.
picked up the book and didn't drop in 2 days. I can't do that.
no.
I can't do that.
Well, I'm a pretty slow reader, so that's why I've changed to the audio book. But someone was telling me like they listened to the whole Harry Potter series on Audible, and apparently it's super, super good. Like they put
Yeah.
on voices for
I'd
each
love
character.
to do voice acting for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
But imagine if you were reading a book and you got to do all the voices.
Bruh, wait, I'll tell you
So
something.
you
right
put
now.
on a little bit of an iteration on your voice for this character, and then a different iteration for
Dude.
this character.
The sci-fi novel series, 40K, that I listen to, they usually have about 10 people who do this, male and female, who do... So if it's a shorter audiobook that goes for about 70 minutes, they'll add sound effects and multiple voices. But if it's like a 10-hour long audiobook, like just a regular 300, 400-page novel, they'll have one guy doing it, and he does the same voices. But the problem is he's doing voices for characters like super enhanced gene soldiers. So it'll be like, what are you doing here, sir? I don't understand. It's like, dude, this guy's a fucking 7-foot tall super soldier. His voice would sound, like deep and like,
You should do audio
forward warriors and feel
could
neither
you imagine?
pain nor death. Like real deep. So like, I would love to get on board. And I know Henry Cavill, who is a part of the same, like he's into the same universe. I know he's gonna get into this shit soon. Like he's a great champion for this stuff. But
So wait. So you said there is audiobooks where there's different people reading different lines, is there? Or is it...
would you like an example?
Nah. But I want to probably buy one because I want to...
Well, I feel like I know a podcast that has like audio equipment to record these audiobooks, right? Like,
Hey! Yeah, I definitely could host that. So just pick up... But you
Dude,
need
I
to
would
like...
die. I would kill to do voice acting.
Do a book? Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Good. So...
Look, hold on. Look. So this is the narrator. This
Yeah.
is the guy narrating.
Lord, Khan sat unmoving upon the days,
And then there's the old man.
burning. You lived, never,
Hold on.
Still the narrator.
no wish,
Yeah.
and stood, bring him slowly.
Hang on.
They lingered, confused and tortured.
Gene enhanced super soldier. Great voice.
Marvin said nothing.
And then we've got the old man.
I do not know, my lord.
That's so cool, dude.
So you got multiple voice. And hear the footsteps of him circling it.
yeah.
Dude, I love it. Bro.
It's really made for immersion.
It's immersive, right?
Yeah.
Totally. You listen to the shit, you're like, ooh, every nuance is just brilliant.
So I was listening. I was listening to something that was, I think it was Stolen Focus. It's called. It's all about how our phones are just like ridding us of our ability to focus.
What a
Yep,
wonderful
yep,
title.
I guess.
Stolen
Focus.
100%.
Yeah, really good book. He's the same guy. I don't know. I can't remember his name. Henry?
Johnny Clegg, right?
And Henry or Harry, someone. But he also does, which I now bought as well, a book that he did first, which is called Chasing the Scream, which is about the drug war. And dude, there is a lot of detail I had no idea about. Like I knew kind of how ridiculous it all was.
Is this the drug war in America alone or globally?
America made it global. America created the war on drugs, the
Are we
prohibition
talking
on
like
drugs.
Vietnam CIA era kind of thing? Or?
This is like as in starting in 1915.
Oh shit!
And they put a prohibition on alcohol. You probably heard about that. It lasted for
course.
13 years, and everything went illegal in terms of illegal alcohol trading. And so that's like a perfect example of exactly what's happening with other drugs that are still illegal now. And it's taking us over 100 years to legalize these things again and treat addicted people as if they were sick. And
That's
just,
what Europe are doing. Europe are treating people
Yes.
as like someone who's sick, not someone who is an
But to
outcast,
us,
a
to
vagrant.
us, that's like brand new. But it was normal way back then. And then this whole prohibition thing, and it's a really interesting book of who started it and why they started, because it's very personal motives by these guys making these drugs illegal, because they thought the drugs were evil because they'd witnessed things that were obviously really bad. But at the same time, you're like, you're creating much, much, much more violence and death and everything than what you think you are just by making these drugs illegal. Because you're basically handing a multi-billion-dollar industry to cartels and gangsters and
Exactly.
illegal
Instead
markets.
of keeping it homegrown and keeping
instead of keeping it
control.
government controlled and you control where
Dude.
it goes, how much of it, how clean it is.
Yeah, I saw a video recently on. So funny story. I went to Hawaii 2019. I met this random dude. His name was James. He's an African American dude living in Hawaii. Wonderful human being. We got to chatting at a bar. We were all drunk. It was great. He invited me and my ex-partner, to his place. We got high with some weed. He had like typical like jars with like the orange and white lid. He's like, I got Afghan swiggle, I got nookie quickie, like all these like and then we're like great chatting. And so I've still kept him on Instagram. Like he's a wonderful. I had like a random fedora hat I had from Roger David when Roger David was still a franchise, and like I was wearing it when I was in Hawaii, and he thought being Australian it was like a prized possession, like a Crocodile Dundee hat or something. So I was like, you like this hat? And he's like, yeah, man, I love it. That's icy, dude. And I was like, dude, here, it's all yours. He was like, he thought it was the greatest thing in the world. He was like, you giving me a hat? Really? I was like, it's all good, bro. It's like, it was like fucking $45. Go for it.
Yeah, nothing to me.
Yeah, I've had it for like 3 years. It's all good. It's a bit stained, whatever. And so, like, he's a good friend of mine. I still have him, but he's very much like, he has his own brand. It's called Hawaiian Empire. He's very conspiracy theory, you know, very, all that stuff. And sometimes he posts this stuff, like quite frequently. Every now and then I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh, that's interesting. Even if it's bullshit or not, even if you don't know whether it's bullshit or not, we can only judge it by what we know. I look at it and I go, that's pretty interesting. I've never really looked at that, like Nubian princesses and all this other stuff. So
Dude,
he posted a video.
conspiracies.
He posted a video recently of this like Hispanic woman talking about the history of marijuana in America. And dude, it was crazy. Like George Washington and all these old founding fathers used to have it and used to use hemp. And we all know how beneficial hemp is. It's more biodegradable. It's stronger than cotton. It's
You can make plastic.
healthier than cotton. Yeah, but obviously and all the stuff. But it was a lot of stigma around like Mexicans coming over the border and like African Americans and like, so it was like very racial driven. Why weed is illegal?
It was
like,
literally
in
to
America.
divide the upper class from the lower class.
Totally.
It was driven by fear of the lower class or the blacks or the Mexicans
100%.
getting on drugs and becoming dangerous. Like,
that's-
that's how the
Totally.
picture was painted.
That sounds about white.
yeah.
Sing! Let's do. We need a sound effect.
Hang on.
Well said, Jeff. Well said. And Jeff, how do you feel about this topic?
This is not something that I'm too like informed
Passionate
on, right?
about,
Like
yeah.
it's not. It's like, do I do drugs? I don't know. Have I read about drugs? No, not really.
Let's say you were put in a position of power in
Right.
Australia. Would you flip the switch and make? Obviously, if you had all the logistic means taken care of, like, okay, we can sell it this way. It's good for the government this way. We're going to raise jobs and we're going to raise taxes for these like selling and distributing marijuana, like cigarettes, for instance, like packets and medicinal. Everything is clean and healthy. No blah blah blah. And someone offered you a platter of all this information. Would you be like,
Yeah. Okay.
weed's illegal. Boom.
So because like when I do a job, I do it to the best of my ability. I'm there to make money and whatever. So I'd be kind of a piece of shit about it. I would legalize it and tax the shit out of it, and like,
of course.
100%.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, yeah, I'm all for legalizing drugs in that position because I'd be making money off it.
Dude, how much?
Totally.
So how much you buy illegal drugs, including marijuana, how much you buy it for on the black market as to how much it would cost to produce is ridiculous. The markups are in the 1,000%. So like,
Yeah.
so for a government
But
to go,
it's legal.
but for the government to go, oh, we're going to tax the shit out of it, that's 100% fine. You can sell it at the exact same rate, if not cheaper than you would buy it on the black market, and you would still make billions in the
Totally.
market.
And the guarantee I give you is that it's safe.
Exactly.
Like,
Absolutely.
what you're consuming is going to be safe and it's going to be controlled. And
Dude.
But like
yeah.
way back in the day, opioids, which is basically heroin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Opioids were being sold over the counter. People were using them as like extreme painkillers.
Dentists sold cocaine.
Yeah.
Like dentists prescribed cocaine.
Coca-Cola had cocaine,
Hated
not
it.
cocaine itself, but coca leaves. It was made from coca leaves, which are cocaine. I've chewed on actual coca leaves in South America when I did a tour there.
Because an old-timey doctor was like, yeah, you've got ghosts in your blood. Let's do
No,
some
but
cocaine about it, right?
It's
Like-
completely legal. They give you coca leaves and you chew them and you're supposed to keep them in your cheek and chew them and like your cheek goes numb and stuff. And I was hoping it would give me a bit more of an effect, but it's
Were
just
you
like cheek.
were you buzzed?
Nah, not really. It's like cheek numb, but it does because they give them to you as they're driving through. Because I went to Machu Picchu and stuff, and
Machu Picchu.
there's a place where we went, Lake Titicaca, which is like
What was that like again?
Titicaca.
That's a real place. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know
For
what,
real,
you know what
legit.
caca means in German?
Poop?
Poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lake
So-
titty shit.
But we went there and it's quite high elevation. That's the first time I actually experienced elevation. Like, and they give that to
I've
you
never been
because-
in an elevator before, so this is nuts for me. You know?
but it's like they give you coca leaves because it helps altitude sickness. So people
Right.
that get like nauseous and stuff from altitude, it helps that. So you just chew on coca leaves. So we were chewing these things on the bus driving up. Have you guys ever been to like high altitude?
No, not
You
really.
probably
No,
know.
no, no.
I
You'd
went on
know.
that. I went on that.
I mean, I've been on a plane, but like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
No, but
it doesn't
ski
count,
trips?
right? Yeah.
No, because planes are
Yes,
Compressed.
you know
compressed
what?
air.
When I was in Canada, I took a gondola in Jasper. I took a gondola up to this like snow-capped mountain, and I mean, I didn't notice any difference in like I didn't have like popped ears or I
Nah.
didn't feel lightheaded or anything. But
So it's not that. It's you. So you have to actually do something physical to really notice it. So we were at Lake Titicaca. We went to this bar/restaurant, and then they were like, "Oh, let's go to this beach on this lake because this lake is I don't remember the exact height, but it's quite high up." And we went to this lake, and we're on the beach of the lake, and they're like, "Let's play soccer." I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." Very tiny soccer field on a beach. I'm like, "Yeah, that's easy." You run for literally 3 to 5 seconds and you are gassed. You are trying to catch your breath because there's no oxygen. Well, not no, but there's so much less oxygen in air and you're so not used to
that
it.
makes sense because when you watch movies and docos on people who are doing Everest, you're like,
They're
like
panting.
that high altitude. They're like, and they need the oxygen tanks.
Yes.
it's crazy. It must feel like your lungs are just
Because
being
Everest
compressed.
would be that times like 4 or 5 times that.
Damn.
Because we were nowhere near as high as Everest.
So what would you do? Would you just be like, was everyone just like, I gotta take a break for a moment? Like,
We were just gassed.
Were there some people who were just like running rings
No.
around people?
No.
Everyone was
No.
gassed. Even the natives?
Except the people that were there all the time.
The locals?
They're much better. But have you heard of high altitude training? So that's
Yeah,
literally
totally.
a thing where
Yeah.
you go to high altitude and you train because it trains your body to be able to perform at these levels with so little oxygen. So as soon as you go back down to sea level, your body's getting so much oxygen and you just become a monster. So if you're training to sprint, you go to high altitude. If you can sprint, like if Usain Bolt could sprint a 11-second 100 meters at really high altitude, he comes back down to sea level. He's doing
9 or 8.
nines. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, dude, that's nuts.
So it's wild.
Yeah.
Hey, so speaking of books and nerdy stuff, I've got a confession. So see the little stand behind my screen? I actually
Yeah.
bought that after I saw your picture on Instagram of your camera where you were
Oh, my
had
PC
that
setup.
had that set up for gaming. So
Yes, nice.
because I was like, that is exactly because I was trying to film Joel and I had the camera there and I couldn't use the good camera. We had to use the GoPro because
Yeah.
it wouldn't capture us. And I was like, if it was on the wall, it would be sweet. And then I saw your thing. I was like, I'm getting a stand that
Done.
clips to the back of my desk.
Yes.
And then I scrolled down on your Instagram. I watched a couple of your clips that you had from
My gaming clips.
gaming clips. Is that
Yes.
COD?
So yeah, I was big on COD. I mean, like everyone's big on COD, right? I can't play it now.
Except me.
I just can't do COD anymore. I just can't. It's too fast. My internet's too shit. It's too frustrating. So
Right.
gaming's like, cool, get home from work, you can wind down, you can play some
Yeah.
games. That's not how COD works.
No.
It's not at all.
full of...
It's too fast paced. So it's like, it's frustrating. Your stress levels through the roof. And now it's like, all of a sudden, it's like 2:00 in the morning. Oh, I got to go to bed, right?
Yeah.
No, you can't. Your brain has to shut off first.
Yes.
But
you
like,
go to
it's
bed and
too
you're like, I
wired.
can't sleep.
Yeah. So it's like, as much as I enjoyed it and I was decent at it, it's just.
It looks like you
I'm-
were decent at it. Were you streaming?
Brother. Okay. No, I wasn't. I was getting ready to stream, right?
Yeah.
Getting ready to stream, had the setup. Because, you know, with an ex partner, I bought a house and had a desk built in. Big
Oh.
L-shaped desk across 2 walls
Oh.
for my gaming setup and my creative space, and I can like do all these things. And I was getting ready to stream. I had like, you know, the lights across the walls, everything, all the colored lights. It was ready to go. And I like, because I dabble with photography as well. So then the camera I'd be using is like well above like what it should be for streaming.
Yeah.
Everything was just
were you using?
mint condition. I was at that time, it was a Sony A6300 with a Zeiss lens on it. So it was money.
So
And,
I'm using a Sony, but I got it when they released the ZV-1. So
Right,
that's that vlogging
The
built
vlogging
with
camera.
the built-in microphone
Yo.
that's really good with the dead cat on top and
nice.
just for a
Dead
compact
cat
thing.
for everyone listening is just kind of like to block out all the wind and whatever.
Yeah, it's that
not an
fluffy
actual
thing.
dead cat.
It's the fluffy thing you see on microphones.
They
that-
also call it dead possum as well. I think it's
Really?
Australian. Yeah,
that
being
must
in-
be an Australian
You
thing.
You get
That
that.
would be
You get that on
Australian,
film
yeah.
sets because they got but dead cat predominantly.
But sorry,
Yeah.
continue. You were using that and you had it all
Yeah, I
set
had
up.
everything set up, and then the relationship obviously failed, and so then moved out of that house, and there goes my desk because it's built into the walls. I can't take it with me.
Is that where the
and
clips were?
Those clips, yeah,
Yeah.
the old clips from that house, and now I just don't have the space to have that set up, and don't have the time for playing games because that was all happening, you know, during COVID and whatever, and
Oh, this is through COVID. This is
yeah,
quite recent.
so
Yeah.
so this was 2020. I think it was all
yeah.
happening. So big into gaming now, not so much. I mean, like you know, was studying, I was working, just didn't have the time for games anymore.
Yeah. Dude, I'll give you a brief rundown of my gaming story. Used to like gaming. I'd only play the real high level stuff. So like Battlefields or COD was obviously a competitor, but I never switched to COD. So
Yeah.
I was always a Battlefield kid, and GTA. And I would play them, and I built my own PC. Did you build your own
Yeah,
PC?
I built my PC.
Yeah.
Yep, during COVID, as everyone did.
So I was a PC builder way before. So when out of high school, I was building PC, and my brother got into it and overtook me by 1,000. But built my own PC, and then that got a bit shit, and I didn't upgrade it for a while. So I was like, eh. And I got into making music and videos. So I bought this fully sick MSI gaming laptop. I switched to laptop because I was like, I want to be able to make it portable. And I had the laptop, and I said to myself, the PC that I built is for gaming. The laptop is just for productive stuff. So just for music, just for videos. And it stayed that way. And I took that laptop and I moved to Sydney with that laptop, and I was not a gamer. I was just productive. And then COVID hit, and I was like, oh, I'll get GTA 5. Because I never had GTA 5. I stopped in GTA 4
How much
days.
is GTA 5 on Steam at that time? Like
Yeah,
12
and
bucks?
This is 2013. I'm talking. So from
Oh,
2013, GTA 5 came out. I never got it, and then I'm talking COVID hit, and I was like, oh, GTA 5, and I was jumping on with my brother and his 2 friends from the NT.
Did you end up completing the campaign, or was it all
Oh,
online?
I completed the campaign 100%.
Yeah.
So I completed it.
Were you?
and then I
Did
jumped-
you have like cheat codes? Were you using cheats or not?
No. I completed the campaign full, clean, no cheats. And then I was like, oh, I'm not really into the online stuff. And then I jumped on with those boys and it just became an addiction. Like, it was bad.
How can I ruin this child's day, right? Like, what can I do today
But
to
not
just
even that,
ruin
it was-
someone's weekend?
It was just like, dude, we need to just be on here all the time. Like, we had matching outfits and shit.
You've
Like,
got
it
jobs
was-
on there. There's jobs.
Convenience store.
I'm like,
Are you going to buy that bunker? I'm going to buy a bunker.
these drugs aren't going to run themselves.
Did you see the videos that were streaming for a while? It was like the dudes were dressing in all the green or the all purple aliens, and they were
Yeah.
rolling around. They'd get out like 6 of them would just roll some one kid playing, and then like shoot him up, bash the shit out of him, get in the car and drive off.
Yeah,
It was
and
so
because-
entertaining.
Because, like, when you get killed by another player in GTA, you spawn only a couple of 100 meters away, and they'll just
Vengeance.
see where you spawned and just track you down again and just keep killing you. So
Yeah.
you have to switch servers.
Yeah.
But, like, I went to that and through COVID, and then I was like, oh, my laptop's not keeping up. So I upgraded to another laptop, and I was just gaming hard, and it was just consuming me. Like, it was
100%.
bad.
Yeah, it's what happens.
And then we saw the new Battlefield was coming out, and I was like, oh my God, I'm an old school Battlefield guy.
What was
And
the last Battlefield you played before the newer one? Did you play one or
Three. Oh, maybe I played a little bit of one, which is like the World War One old school, but I didn't really get into it.
Battlefield 3, dude. So we had Bad Company 2,
Yeah.
Battlefield 3, 4,
Four, yeah.
Hardline, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, and then the new one. So
Yeah.
you played 3. You went from all these. Like,
Well, 3. So then we saw 2042 was coming out, and the trailers all looked sick, and we were
So
like, we
dope.
should warm up. And Battlefield 4 was $6 something on Steam. So we're
Right,
like,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, the last one with the real epic music. So
Oh,
we're
yeah.
like, we bought 4 and we just pounded on 4.
And the
then-
servers were still good back then as well.
Oh yeah, they were ramped up because
So-
of the hype for the new one.
Right, so nobody was on Battlefield 1 or 5 because it was World War 2 and World War 1 era. They were
Yeah,
on
and-
Modern Warfare.
There were still people on, but 4 was the last modern warfare one. So we were like, 4 is going to be the most like 2042 because it's trying to be slightly future.
For real.
So we did 4 for ages, and then 2042 came out, and we just pounded that. So we pounded 2042, and it was so broken. It was so broken, but
For real?
so fun because everything was easy to unlock, and I literally became like a fiend at sniping. And I saw your clips were a bit sniper heavy as well, and I was like,
yes.
oh damn.
Like, because I had that one COD clip. Oh, I don't know if you saw the one, but I think I've mashed it into like other sniping clips as well. But it's like I run into a building and I see someone in the distance as I'm running into the building. That's like you see the sniper scope like flash in the light.
Yeah, the glint.
And then I'm like, cool, someone's there, and I run back out, quick scope from friggin' distance. Somehow nailed his headshot. Yo, this kid is hacking. Man, I felt like it was
This
disgusting.
is the one you do like a slow motion of, and you
like-
definitely hit him, but it
and I
doesn't.
flick it, and it's a headshot. Yeah, and I submitted it. It made it to like the top 10 for this competition for Lenovo. Like they had this
Jesus.
gaming competition.
Lenovo,
yeah.
bruh.
Featured on like on their page and shit. Yeah, it was cool.
Dude. Do you know what depresses me? Because like we were COD guys after high school.
Yeah.
Jeff, myself, and Trent, EADC, Eat a Dick C. And so we used to smash COD. And then one day I remember Trent was like, hey guys, do you want to play Battlefield Bad Company 2? And we were like, oh yeah, sure, we'll play it. And dude, it was like instantly I was like, oh my God, this is 10 times more realistic, slower, more strategic than COD.
Yeah.
This is great. And I remember we would sit up on like mountaintops, half mountains, and we get headshots, moving headshots from like, what was it, like 15,000 meters away, like something ridiculous.
The coolest
Ridiculous.
part, the
Yeah.
coolest part is like it would go on your record. So it's like
Yes.
you talk shit about this, like you're like, oh man, I hit the snipe, and if no one believes you, they go on your like player record. They can
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
your longest
You
headshot.
literally
Yeah.
can.
So it's
And you-
like
you-
that's sick.
And if you killed someone and like knifed them and took their dog tags, you know you can knife people and
Yeah,
say
yeah.
dog tags. You can go on there and look at the list of dog tags you had. Do you remember that
Yes.
time you took Trent's dog tags? Yeah.
Got Trent's dog tag. Sorry,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah,
King
so
Boots.
this one game we were playing, we usually obviously in the same squad. Trent got put in the opposite team, and like at the time, myself, Jeff, and Trent, we were all like a recon. So I was like, Jeff, okay, holy fuck, dude. Like, Trent's not on our team. We need to find this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I think we were playing didn't he like snipe one of us or both of us at some point? So we're like, all right, we need to find him.
Hunt
And
him
then
down.
We obviously, because
down.
we've all played the same maps before, we had a gist of where Trent was. And so I was following Jeff's lead. And then me and Jeff went around this, like, cross this water and up on this plateau, this like rock plateau. And Jeff was like 10 meters ahead of me. He's like, dude, I see him. I got him. Dude, I got his dog tags. Like, Jeff flipped him over and fucking knifed that son of a bitch, got his tags, and
I
like,
hit it missionary.
yeah, straight up. And then I
Looked him
was,
dead in the eyes.
and for the rest of the game, personally myself, I was trying to find Trent so I could get his dog
Yeah.
tags as well. Couldn't find him, but
Nah.
yeah.
That's,
But that's the
that
thing.
stuff's so hard.
Oh, dude. But
So-
I remember, sorry, the same game. I'm not sure if I was playing with you or maybe someone else. I think it was you, but we were playing a game and I remember this dude, he was like high ranked, you could tell, ran up to us and we were just playing a regular game, just like shoot, kill. And he was just running around with the knife in his hand. He's like, oh, hey, fellas, how's it going? We're like, oh, hey, man. Just got in a random conversation with this guy. Bad company too, obviously. And he's like, oh, dude, I'm trying to beat this like really hard rank where you have to get like 100 knife kills in like 5 days or something like that. He's like, I'm up to 65. All right, I got to leave you guys right now. He was like, we're chatting to him for about 2 minutes. He's like, I got to leave now. I got to get some kills. And you have to get like 10 knife kills a game
Yeah.
without dying.
Oh,
or something ridiculous,
God,
like crazy
yeah,
like that. It was like
stupid.
Battlefield crazy. And he was like up there, top tier. And he actually left, he was in our squad. He left our squad, our server, because he couldn't find kills that game. So that dude, like legend says that guy's still around hunting people out.
Legend has it.
Yeah.
Can I tell you though, the new one, 2042, it has these like weekly challenges, which does
That's
like
Battlefield though.
yeah, exactly. Which does like, oh, get this many knife kills. It had this knife kill one, and we all suck at trying to sneak up on someone and trying to knife them from behind. So we spawned into these servers not being in a squad. We're like, we made sure we were on opposite teams, and we're like, all right, let's
Let me
meet
kill
at this
you?
point of the map.
You
and let's
cheater!
knife each other. So
You
we
cheater!
But it was like, it's a dumb weekly mission to unlock
It
like...
was like five knife kills without dying or something like that.
Yeah. And it was only to unlock like a stupid gun skin or something, or like a little tag.
You gotta get it done, baby.
but you're
Yeah.
like-
This
you're
is
like,
this is
"The
what
weekly
women
mission.
don't understand. These are the things that men like.
We
Yeah.
gotta get it done!
This is man shit.
Do you know what that is though?
What's that?
Do you know what that is? It's a psychology thing.
Of course.
So it's called instant gratification. And what game developers know is it's called a feedback loop.
Totally.
So if they can make the feedback loop addictive, so you got an instant feedback loop. You do something, you get rewarded. That's an instant feedback
As
loop.
well as there's the gratification of knowing
You're
that,
ranking up levels.
that you're playing a game with 60 players, 30 on 30, or if it's console, it might be 20 on 20.
60 on 60 on PC.
60? Yeah, that's true. Yep. You've got one skin that maybe one other dude out of 60 people have. Everyone's looking at that skin you have. You're flexing on everyone.
Yeah. And they did that really well in the latest one as well, where if you get like a stupid amount, I can't remember what, but a stupid amount of kills with one specific gun, you get
Gold
this
gun.
really fancy, it was black and with red accents.
Ooh.
And so if you see someone with black and red, you're like, oh my God, he's used that gun to murder like
Yeah.
thousands of people.
Yeah.
I am screwed.
Dude, how good is it when you're playing online? Like, especially like for me, I've always been, and like same thing with Jeff as well. I've always been really good at starting a game on multiplayer with other dudes online that people have been playing for months now. I get on there and instantly I'm like good at it. Like,
Yeah.
I excel at first person shooters. We always have. Like,
Yeah.
That's why I like teaming up with Jeff, because we're so good at slaughtering people. But I love going in there and like killing someone who's so high ranked with the best guns, just like constantly annihilating this dude, just like boom, 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 boom. Like Jeff, you can attest, like we'll start a new game like Destiny or something the first time we've ever played it, or a new Battlefield or a new COD, and instantly we're like in the top tier of like the top 3 people best in the team, and like just
On
killing
that round,
like
yeah.
we're rank 7 and this person's rank 55 or 60 and we're just killing this guy consecutively. Like it's just so like fuck you, like, you know, like you're just inherently better than this kid. We've been playing longer than you, fucking dweeb, you know?
Yeah. So that's very different to like GTA Online, but I really love the GTA Online because you have
I got bored of it so quick.
Nah, man. Oh, Sorry,
I wasn't
if you're
doing the
by
heists,
yourself.
so- yeah,
By
yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
really boring.
Yeah, exactly.
If
yeah.
you're in a crew, you can have like a personality. Like we all decided that it would be superheroes that we would have to do. I was the Joker, and I had a full Joker outfit, like the purple coat, the actual Joker face paint, green hair. It was perfect. So that's still what my character is now. If I log on to GTA,
What's your online plug? Like, what's the name?
Loves to spooge.
Well, what is your online name?
No, it was always just Incenses, my like DJ artist name. But then I changed my Battlefield one. I think it was. I think I changed it to Philly Jesus with a G.
Is yours still
Philly G.
Jeffy Meow?
I think now because of like all the streaming stuff, like my names on everything will be Mr. Whiffy.
Mr. Whiffy, right? Yeah.
I play on Mr. Whippy with the ice cream, but Whiffy relating to missing all of my
Like
fucking
Jeff
shots.
Spitz.
Oh right, yeah.
Whiffing my shots, right?
What's yours?
So on PS4, the last console I played on is Gorechild,
Gorechild.
but I'm waiting to get a PS5. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'll get a PC and play
I
with
was
you
a
guys.
big fan of your Jewel Daddy.
Jewel Daddy?
Jewel Daddy.
Yeah, Jill Daddy, yeah. Dude,
you-
so hold on, Jeff.
yeah.
So when I had a Alienware, and I used to play with you, we used to play Payday and like
Payday.
we played a little bit of Ark and stuff.
Payday
Yeah,
2.
Payday
Boys got me
2.
to download Payday, and I
Dude.
tried that for like a couple of rounds. I was like, I
Yeah.
suck.
I remember we
It's
like
hard.
played it like a whole day at yours that time.
Yeah,
But I was-
we've got
I would be
pizza.
pretty-
Yeah. But and I remember you gave me the Microsoft. You gave me the Xbox controller to play, and there was only a certain amount of games that I could play with the controller,
controller,
and
right?
I
Yeah.
struggled with everything else. But I was asking Phil recently, like these days, if I was to build a PC or just get like a new gaming laptop and we were to play Battlefield or something, could I use the
So easily. It's so easy now, right? 'Cause
Everything's
you can-
adapted to controller.
Everything is
There's
adapted.
always settings for like controller now.
Right, well, you know what? I'm not going to wait to get a PS5 next year because they're on back date. I'll
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get a PC. I'll get a PC laptop.
Yeah. So my brother and his two mates from NT actually bought me that controller because we would jump on GTA and we got bored of everything else, so we were just doing stunt races and we are just racing supercars.
And you
they would
needed the
change-
console control.
And they were like, "Oh, Phil, you suck." I'm like, "I'm using keyboard and mouse." They're like, "Get a controller." I was like, "No." So they got me one for my birthday, and it is just game changing.
It did improve, eh?
Throttle amount and stuff. I was like, "Damn."
I'm telling you, man. Like, so you took the long road. I mean, probably not the long
driving.
road. You went from PC to console, dude. You
But
gotta
I
to
would
PC.
never play first-person shooter with a controller.
Oh, hang on.
Even though, okay,
A quick scoping in COD controller. I'm telling you,
Is that 'cause aim assist?
Because of aim assist.
Yeah.
So then you're pretty much just dragging. You just like high sensitivity aim assist, run around with the controller, and you can just flick. And as soon as you feel it start to drag, boom, take your shot.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
died.
Here's the problem for me, right? I'll be playing. Someone runs around the corner. I've got a like controller, console controller. Boom! Oh shit! Shoot him! Right? Quick reflex. Like holy fuck, that guy's there! Boom! Shoot him! Right? I'm playing in PC. I'm not used to the fucking WADF, whatever it is. Right? Guy comes
Oh,
on the
it's so
corner.
easy.
I want to quickly crouch down. Oh shit! Tapping. Fuck. Which one's crouch? Which one's crouch? I'm dead.
you look away, you're dead.
I'm not initiated
100%.
enough. Like
It's muscle memory for sure. Everything
100%.
is muscle memory. So it's like once you do get used to it, it's like second nature.
Yeah.
Now, if I would pick up a controller, I have no idea what I'm doing.
yeah.
But like mouse and keyboard, cool.
real?
I know on a big mouse pad like this, I know how far I need to drag it for it to go from here to here, so I can kind of hit those headshots a lot easier.
For real.
So
for real.
I'm like mouse and keyboard, but I've got stuff like this is the latest Battlefield. They got like wingsuits.
Dude, feels pretty
So
lethal.
I'm
bro.
like, this is guy floating, or girl it is, but guy floating, and I hit them in mid-air with a sniper. Like that is without aim assist. That's all mouse and keyboard
Yeah.
shit.
Nice.
You know what I got pretty good at, and I know you've probably excelled far better than I got at because you were playing on PC. But so the last game I played was obviously last year, and I was playing Battlefield 1 and then Battlefield 5,
Yeah.
slaying it, of course. But before then, like 18, 19, when I was still in Brisbane, I was playing Fortnite because the dude I worked with is a Kiwi dude. He played it as well. He's like, bro, play it with me. And when we were playing duos, bro, like every second night, we were playing it every night. Sorry, not every second night. Every second game, we'd play maybe like, because like it sucks with Fortnite. You drop in, you get killed, you start a new game. It's a long
I
process
don't
of
even
waiting.
know how Fortnite works.
Oh,
so-
yeah. But dude, like every second game out of 10 games, so we'd play one game, we'd get killed after maybe 20 minutes in. One of us would get killed, and then the next one would get killed. Next game we play, we got the fucking battle royale, boom. And then the game after that, we'd probably last a couple minutes. One of us get killed. The second game after that, battle royale, and then the game after that, we get another battle royale. So we were just like constant to the point where like we were just so confident.
Yeah.
And then you play by yourself, and like I'd play maybe 20 games, and 1 out of like 20 games I get a battle royale. But dude,
Nice.
like I felt like if I was playing on a PC and I had that mouse,
Yeah.
I felt like I would have
Oh, yeah.
dominated on
So,
Battlefield.
Fortnite blew up hard. Like that was obviously
you know
they
what-
just did.
Do you know what they did?
Exactly the right things.
Genius, bro. I'll tell you what they did. The dudes who made it free to play,
Yeah.
but you pay for skins. It was like $15 for a new skin, dude. They racked it up.
Oh, they
I'm
were-
a slut for skins. You log into
I'm
my
a
account,
slut, dude.
It's like this dude is an adult virgin.
Dude.
The number of skins.
If they stopped, because after a while, like each new season they'd have new skins, and then obviously like every 3 or so seasons they'd bring back old skins and you can purchase. But after a while they stopped doing that. Dude, I've got skins from like the 2nd edition Battlefield. I could sell my account,
Fortnite.
bro. Like it's fucking it's
Yeah.
crazy. I've got old school skins, man. Like like
So
here we go.
Jeff's
Jeff's got the plug.
got something to
it's
show
gonna
us.
it's gonna load. So you guys keep
Oh
talking.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
but like-
what I was gonna say. Have you heard of? It's kind of changing topics, unless we want to stick to the gaming topic for a bit.
I will say one thing though, like when we played, I won't really add Trent in the mix because he's not here, but when we played, I always found that Jeff was very strategic. Me, I was very Leroy Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins! I would run in there. Yeah, I'd say maybe 2 games and then I'm set. Like I'm focused, you know, and I'd go. But I found the games, especially COD, maybe Battlefield as well, especially COD. This is like 2010, 11, 12 when like everyone was on headset on PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
We had COD, dude. I found if someone was giving me a hard time on the game, I could hear it like. You're not focused on the game anymore. You're focused on your aggression, dude.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would slay, bro.
Oh,
do you
it
find the
drove
same?
you. It drove you.
Dude, I
I
would
get
be like,
tilted real easily.
dude, I'd be
I
like 21 to 1, 21 kills,
Nah.
1 death, like
Nah,
straight.
I'm the
KD,
opposite,
like-
man. That I'm the death.
You are
I'm the one you killed 21 times.
for real.
Nah, I sucked at that sort of shit. As soon as I was trying too hard, I
Yeah.
would just fail.
True.
Yeah. Now we talk about sniping, right?
Yeah, show us.
Love sniping. That's all I did. Like so, last Call of Duty game I played, like I didn't even acknowledge any other guns. It's like I had one gun that had any skin, like any camos, and it was like the starting sniper.
Yeah.
Got it to diamond. Everything else, cool. So if people are like, oh, use this gun, well, haven't unlocked it. Haven't
Yeah,
played the fucking game.
don't care for it.
Don't care for it.
Yeah.
Have this one sniper. But Fortnite, sniping with the hand cannon, holy shit.
Really?
Which
So-
shotgun did you prefer?
I never.
Double barrel, or do you prefer the
Play this.
pump?
I
play this.
preferred the auto
pump?
one. The pump. Oh no, that semi-auto one.
Yeah,
Like 5 shots or 8
Yeah.
shots?
Dude, yeah, it was the
Or-
pump. It was the pump.
That was the pump.
Dude, the pump was shit.
No,
dude,
but
pump was the
dude,
single one. The
pump is
single
between
one,
every
right?
Oh
shot.
yeah, the semi-auto, yeah. But dude, they nerfed it, dude. They nerfed it so
they
hard.
really?
Yeah, so they made it shot.
Yeah.
It was fucked.
Now, Phil, you might not have seen this one.
Yeah,
This
show
is-
me. I don't
this is
look
wild.
at Fortnite stuff, but I want to see this.
Dude, yeah.
What are you doing here?
So this just highlights enemies if you nail like it within their radius, which I obviously do because I'm just a crap. So that's just highlighted him. Hand cannon.
So Jeff's
Headshot.
You're kidding.
Could you even see that?
That's not even a
yeah,
zoom.
absolutely. Like you can't even see that. I see a single pixel.
Can I just say
And I fucking
That-
headshot it.
that is like that reminds me of like there was in 2042 the latest Battlefield. There's a rocket launcher and it was quite like it was really accurate. Like I really liked it. I never used the rocket launchers in previous Battlefields, but this one I would slay people from like hundreds of meters away, and I would just go, oh, I need to go this far up, boom, and you would just wait.
Angular
jets-
velocity, yes.
Jets and choppers.
It's
Wait,
just
are you
like-
getting prone people or jets and choppers?
No, people.
Yeah,
People.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I did a couple of tanks and stuff, but people mostly. And you
Love
would just
it.
go, oh, he's trying to snipe me. I'll just get my rocket launcher out because I'm only carrying a machine gun.
Yeah.
And so, poof, and because it travels for seconds, you're like, shh.
Hey, keep in
Kill.
mind, this guy has
Yeah.
plenty of time to see this coming and just stand up and walk away. But,
he's a sniper, so all he's focused on is going, oh, who am I going to hit? Boom, I'm dead.
Yeah. Do you remember do you remember? I think it was so. Battlefield Bad Company 2 was huge, and then they bought out Battlefield 3, and they had all these new things, and it was like, oh, the controls are weird. I got to get used to this. And they had that one robot that they nerfed as well. It was like a visual robot, so you could like you put it on,
Drone?
yeah,
Yeah.
and it floats. But they found a thing where like you could jump on it and then turn it on,
Oh, you're
and you could
kidding.
float on it and put. You remember that? And they got rid of it because it was
Yeah,
fucked.
of
But like,
course,
did
of
they
course.
have that in the new
Glitch.
Battlefield? The doo-doo bot.
Yeah, no, there was-
Remember the doo-doo bot, bro?
There was glitches, like, it was very broken and very unbalanced when it first released, but they had the drone as well, so like
Yeah.
a remote drone. But the glitch was, it wasn't really a glitch, but you could plant C4s on it.
yes, jihading. I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
jihading. Yeah, I have seen that, dude.
You float up to a tank, boom!
Yeah. Same thing with strapping the C4 to the ATV, driving
Yes,
straight
yeah.
into a tank.
Yeah,
of course.
People were still doing that on Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1, dude. This like you got like the quad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You
We-
join a
But
server.
imagine
it'll
this
We've lost-
drone.
yeah.
Imagine a drone you can barely see, and you're in a tank.
Yeah.
You're like, da, 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 I'm slaying. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Yeah. We've lost butter. Yeah. Strap some
You
bombs.
would join a server and it would specifically say, like, no jihading.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is
Yeah, yeah.
jihading?
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, I'm putting the C4 on my ATV.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah.
Can I? So I want to change the subject a little bit because we've gone down a big rabbit hole
Sure.
of
We've
gaming.
probably lost
This
a
is
lot
now
of
a gaming
our listeners.
podcast.
Yeah, it's a gaming
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
But do you guys know Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast, yes.
Biggest
Everyone
paid
knows
YouTuber?
Mr. Beast,
Yeah,
right?
of course, of
Mr.
course.
Beast. Is he the dude? Oh yeah, he's the dude who
Gives
did
out the
like
money.
He did like the real life
Yes.
Squid Game.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the last video I saw of his though. Yeah.
So-
Old school.
He does this video on flat earthers, and he's like, "Oh, Fortnite is flat, so that's probably proof that the world is flat." So I want to say, conspiracy theorists, you know, there's actual people that really solidly believe the world is flat.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on this?
I want to answer, but I know I don't have the right thing. But like, you can see the curvature of the Earth when it's like sunsetting or something like that. And like when you're flying a plane, like, dude, there's
You
so
know
much
their
evidence.
explanation?
Yeah.
Their explanation is it's perspective. It's as things get further away, they get smaller. And I'm like, yeah, but it's curving over
fucking
the
curved.
edge.
It's because your eyeballs are round.
Yeah.
Explain to me why a map is flat.
Yeah.
But I because I watched a little bit of, I was trying to get immersed in it, and I watched a little bit of like the people that actually believe this. But I didn't find anyone that asks the question of, you can fly into one direction
Yep.
and end up in another country. You could fly.
You fly in the same direction and end up where you were, right?
Yeah, that too. But you could fly east and end up in Hawaii, but you could also fly west and end up in Hawaii.
That's right, yes. Because the Earth is round.
But I think their explanation is
We suspect.
so their explanation
inconclusive.
is it's flat, and the North Pole, I think this is how they do it. The North Pole is in the middle and the South Pole is all around it. That's the actual
That's
circumference.
fucking lunacy.
So I'm assuming they think that east and west means going around in a circle. So that's how they would explain that. So you fly east, you're flying around in a circle, and the sun is just like
Dude.
traveling around.
It's
I
also
put-
the same people that kiss their dads on the lips, right?
Yeah. I put them in the same category as what is it? The West Baptist Church?
Westboro Baptist
Westboro.
Church,
They
yes.
think what? Is it them who think Australians are all paid actors and Australia doesn't exist? That's
Yeah,
them, right?
probably.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But that's literally what they think.
Have they been to a zoo? Have they seen kangaroos? Like, where the fuck does a kangaroo come
I mean,
from?
like, I am a paid actor, but, like, I haven't received any payment yet.
Yeah. Where's right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Where
I'm
is all our payments?
Yeah, I've been working on this accent for years.
Oh,
you know.
wait. I know. It's when Kevin Rudd handed out that $900.
The stimulus package.
The stimulus package.
That was
our
thanks for
payment
your acting.
for
Here's the
pretending to
payment.
be Australians in this pretend
Right.
country.
Thanks, Kev.
Who am I?
Yeah. Who am I? Yeah.
So,
Cool.
but that's literally what they think. So they think NASA made up the fact that we're living on a round Earth. They have no explanation as to why the governments would want us to think that we're living on a ball. I think more control. They think that there's probably way more land that we're saying there is. And the government's just trying to keep us all in this tiny little
Right.
space.
Easy to control.
Dude,
Easier to control.
New world order.
You got to think about it like when they're saying, oh, you know, they're trying to do this to keep human beings down, and they're trying to keep our consciousness and our spirituality down, and that, you know, keep us in this thing because they don't want us to open up our minds, the third eye, and be this truthful thing. Like they're trying to kill all humans, even though they're not going to be rich if the economy's not well, if we're all fucking dying from COVID and dead.
Yeah.
And like getting a COVID injection is going to make us sick, and everyone's going to die in the next 10 years from COVID. The economy's going to go down, and there's only going to be a certain amount of people on the planet that they can control. Wouldn't they be controlling us already? Like, it doesn't fucking make sense. Like,
the world
I'm
is
sure
run on fear.
Dude, I'm sure that there's some kind of intense organization that killed JFK, and they did it for this and this reason. But like, dude, they're not trying to hold human beings down for a specific reason. And if they are, like, what gain? Like, is it transcendental? Is it like super dimensional beings? Is it aliens? Like, what how can aliens benefit from us being a certain way? Like,
unpopular opinion. Hear me out.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. Give us the opposite opinion. Yeah.
Here, let me have it.
Is it so far? I don't really have the energy to do a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, if there's a government agency
Hey,
that is
you
like...
do a lot of thinking. I know that. You write poetry.
Right, okay, so I use a lot of energy thinking.
Yeah.
A government agency wants to make all my decisions for me. So be it.
Do I get paid? Do I have paper to wipe my ass?
Someone
Can I
controls
get
my
pussy?
life and tells me like what to do and how to do it. Man, that's just taken so much stress out of my day.
Exactly.
and-
Do they give me the ability, if I work hard enough, to become a millionaire? Yes, they do. What the fuck's the problem?
So,
You know?
And in the same sense, like, people that are like, oh my god, my mobile phone, my Google Home. I got Google Homes everywhere, man.
Dude, that shit's listening to you.
At all times. They know my shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. What the fuck does the government want to know about my life
Yeah.
for? They want to know.
I'm not a fucking rapist. I'm not a pedophile. Like, what are they going to find out? That I
Not
like
even
eating
that.
muffins on Sundays?
Google wants to know about my entire life. They build this
Portfolio.
voodoo doll portfolio of me because they want to target me with the right ads.
MILFs in my area. Yes, thank you. Finally.
Yes.
I am absolutely happy with that.
Yeah.
Please show me which microphone stand I want before I even Google it.
At the
Please.
cheapest price. We should call it pleasure dossiers.
Yeah.
We have your pleasure dossier ready, sir.
Well, hang on. I house sat, right? I house sat and never mentioned like the light switches or anything, right? But like a week later, the fucking light switches are showing up on like Google Ads and on Marketplace. And I'm like, I never
type of light
mentioned them.
switches?
Right? I wouldn't even know how to describe them. But like, I'm like, now is my rear camera fucking picking up things in my environment?
So, on that, exactly that. So, it's scarier than that. He mentioned this in that Stolen Focus book because he did a bit of research into it. So, you know how sometimes you talk about something, you think of something, and you'll see an ad and you're like, I don't remember mentioning this in any text, because that's what we think is obvious. Like, oh, I typed it into Facebook Messenger and they're obviously reading all my messages. B, you didn't even mention it in speech. You didn't even mention it to anyone, but it's still coming up as an ad. And you're like, what is this mind predicting thing? So it's scarier than your phone listening to you. It's the fact that portfolio that they've built of you is so accurate that they can predict what you're going to be interested in or what you're going to be looking up in the future based on what you've done in the current.
Insanity.
Totally, yeah.
And
They've
it's like,
built these
we've been
portfolios.
watching you eat. And here's our suggestions for that double chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
find you
thank
eating.
you.
Do you think they'd make suggestions for a healthier option? They'd be like,
Yeah.
we noticed you've eating, like, let's say you ate McDonald's for 3 days straight. Do you think you'd start to get ads saying, here's a vegetarian off and try meals to your house?
Dude, even crazier, because it's not even just here's something healthy. It depends on which company is paying
Wow.
to suggest your
Wow,
the
this is the
product to
future,
you.
bro.
So these portfolios, I'm assuming they would be so accurate as to say, like, I've got my portfolio, Jeff's got his portfolio. We haven't been near each other in 10 years because we haven't probably met in person since high school.
Yeah.
So then when they see these two portfolios cross, they probably have things where they go, they would likely talk about this because they relate on this and this level that we've collected, which means they may look up X, Y, and Z in the next week.
Yeah.
And then they're going to suggest those things.
And marketing data won't even be just for you, right? Like it'll be like, okay, we can see that you spend a lot of time with this person every single day, like Monday to Friday or Monday, maybe Monday to Sunday. We can assume then you live together or that's your partner.
Yes.
So it's like now we'll take her data and we will sell products to you because you might want to buy a gift for your partner.
Romantic
things that
destinations.
she is interested in, things that she has Googled or she's looked up, we're going to advertise to you. Because
Yes.
she's interested in these
Dude.
things, you'll be like, "Hey, that's something that my partner."
Do you know
would
what?
like.
Do you know what this
You'll buy
is?
it.
We should call this the hand of dominion. This is literally the hand of God saying, "Here you go. I'm going to make your life better." And we're railing against this. I want to ask you guys a question. All right? We could fake this, right? We could fake this and see if Google reacts. Do you think if
Camper
someone,
trailers. I'd like to go see Australia in a camper trailer. Like,
let's say you've got the Google Home set up, right?
Hey, Google.
Let's say you're
Never mind.
Let's say you're inviting women over and you're murdering them, right? We're just going to say you because we're
American
men.
Psycho, yeah.
Let's say you're physically murdering them and Thingo's getting all this stuff. Let's say it's a camera, right? Do you think it would start promoting butcher's knives or try this new hunting knife or this clean apron to protect yourself from stains? Or do you think there's a secret database that goes, I'm pretty sure I just witnessed someone kill someone. Should we alert the police? Like,
Nah.
do you think you would get ads for...
you'd probably get these mental health ads, like,
Yeah.
seek
For
help
real?
with your
I
mental
think-
health.
yeah.
Dude, we should do this. We should fucking try it. We should set your Google Home up with a camera. I'll pretend
Did you see my
dude,
security
yeah,
camera
yeah,
out
yeah.
there?
We
It's for
should
the dog.
Wait, we should get a friend
Right,
like
for
we
the
should-
dog.
We should get like 10 female friends, one a week, to come over.
I don't have that many friends.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
have that many female friends.
We'll sit there and pretend to talk, and Google can talk. We'll like script conversations, whatever, and then next minute I'll get a fake rubber knife, pretend to stab them, drag them out of the
Make
room.
the noises.
Yeah, drag them out of the room, and then we'll see if anything pops up. Wouldn't this be an interesting, right?
See, I think it would be geared towards stopping that sort of thing. So I reckon I agree
Mental
with
health
Jeff where it
commercials?
would maybe go.
Well,
with
we don't
mental
know.
health
Let's
or-
experiment. Let's
do it.
And when the
fucking
cops
do it.
come, oh, bro, it's just a prank. It's just a prank.
It's just a prank. Yeah. Bro.
Somebody came in here, smoked a bunch of weed, and left.
Yeah.
Is that the same guy that left the bong on the floor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yeah. You can't prove that's mine. Dude.
That's
but
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I
mean,
stole that.
for real though, but like, isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
Like realistic, like at the same time though, I can see people could get annoyed because it could be like, it's great that Google's giving me all these options about things that I like, but like for me, for instance, if I go onto my YouTube, it's all my subscriptions and things that I'd like. And after a couple of months, I get bored of looking at the things I like, and I'll go onto my ex's
It all
YouTube
knows.
channel, and it's different, right? Her stuff is different. Be like, hey, that's cool. That's like gardening.
You know what
Like
you're doing there? You're fucking with her algorithm.
You're skewing the data.
I know, but like
Fucking
maybe
with her algorithm.
this thing's giving me stuff that I like, but what if I get bored of this stuff?
Yeah.
Because I never
So-
knew at 3 a.m. I wanted to see people winning claw machine games. I was like, what's it like to get that soft toy out of the claw machine?
But now
Like,
Google knows.
and like,
it'll suggest
and I'm
it.
like, you know what? At 3 a.m., this is exactly what I want to see. And I'm like, I'm fucking pumped. Now I can't sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks, YouTube.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh damn! I think we need to finish it up there. That's a good one.
I think we need to go and consume another Van Liter.
I think so. I think we're gonna go have dinner at the German Bavarian.
Absolutely.
Good chat, boys.
Absolutely. Jeff,
Thanks
it's
for
been
coming, Jeff.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for
pleasure.
visiting.
Yeah.
The land of Sydney, the colder land. When we say colder, it's like a couple of degrees.
It's a couple of degrees. At this current point in time, it's like maybe the same, if not like maybe 1
Yeah.
degree cooler.
Yeah.
I feel like the overall temperature is just slightly colder, so
You have days that
objects
it's
take
down.
more cold.
Yeah.
And I'm a freak that takes cold showers in the morning. And right now, it is freezing.
Wim
That
Hof,
water
baby.
is cold. Is that what you're doing?
I do it every morning, but dude, lately I've been like, I can't.
bad.
Did you guys ever see
Y'all take
Terminator?
showers?
You ever see Terminator 2? Yeah. I thought I smelled something. You ever see Terminator 2? Real
yeah.
quick. You seen Terminator 2
Yeah.
with the Liquid Man? Do you remember
course.
on he gets that African American dude and they infiltrate Cyberdyne or whatever the fuck it is?
Yeah.
And then on the
when he's
and he-
about to die, when he's about to
he's
drop
doing-
the thing on the bomb.
Yeah, dude, like that's
you
me in the
shower.
fucking shower, dude. I'm like, Wim, I can't do this, bro. Like,
All right.
You know, like, fuck me.
That's where we're going to call it.
Thanks,
everyone,
guys.
for listening. Thank you, Jeff, for joining us. And
Auf Wiedersehen!
We are out. Yeah.